And we're on. Welcome back to another episode of North London Is, and I cannot remember when the last one was. I can't remember the last game. Apologies to the three people that might have been hoping for a show in between, but unfortunately, money talks. So me and the boys been working away. When you're contracting in this day and age, this current climate, and you get a chance to earn extra money in the evenings, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
That's without me having to go to college for 10 weeks to get a piece of paper to prove that I can do something that I've been doing for 2 years. But there you go.
Yeah.
That's the electrical industry for you, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah, at least you're not bitter about it.
And pay £700 for it as well.
Yeah, the privilege. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. Oh, so I honestly can't remember the last game we covered.
It must have been the North. No, it was one after North London Derby, or was it? That was it.
Well, it was 2 weeks off, wasn't it? It was international break, wasn't there? And then it was so we played Brighton and we played Everton, Man United. I think in that time.
Brighton was one, wasn't it? I think maybe.
We might have covered that. I mean, I was on holiday then when I was away for the weekend, so I'm not sure.
It's all one blur.
Yeah.
All I know is we are
ages ago.
top of the league and cruising.
Still top of the league, mate.
Still top of the league. I can't wait till we.
Can't wait
till we play a big club and we start falling apart. That's what I was told.
Oh, hopefully he did get pumped by United, and then you played Liverpool, didn't you? You beat them.
Beat them.
Just about, but it's a good win nonetheless. I can't take that away.
Your time of reckoning with them.
Huh?
Your time of reckoning's coming with them. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah. Well, we just had the time of reckoning with. Take your pick, mate. At the moment. Hold up. Giuseppe just popped up and disappeared again. It's hard at the moment.
Well, I think both teams, or all teams, really, you can see the schedule's catching up now, can't
you? But you've had a postponement in there. You've been all right.
Yeah, but we played, didn't we? We still played that Thursday, didn't we?
Yeah, but you rested players, didn't you? You could rest it was only PSV or whatever it was. You were resting all sorts, wasn't it?
We still Premier League game. It played too strong, really. I think. But yeah, hopefully this week he just fucking drops everyone. I need a fucking week off.
Got Giuseppe in. Let's get him in. Giuseppe!
What's up?
All right, son. How's it going?
It's going well. How you guys doing?
Yeah, all right, mate. All right. Busy.
I heard that. You got a degree or something? I was trying to listen, but not listen. So
I got a degree talking bollocks. Basically, I have to go to college for 10 weeks to get a piece of paper to say I can do something that I've already been doing for 2 years. It's in this game, mate, you need all your tickets. You get your card stamped. So it's all about when you're an electrician, people think you earn loads of money, but they don't realise you pay out loads of money as well. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a good
and then me and him have been working like dogs, to be honest. Do our normal day 8 till 5, and then it's somewhere else in the evening doing another job on the side for extra money. Because you never know when it'd be gone.
That's right. Side hustle's where it's at.
Yeah, that's it. I've actually been working for him. That's about it. He's been a boss. These jobs.
Yeah.
But you got to take it. Yeah, that's why he can afford to do football shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
He works for me. He works for me in the day. In the evening, I'm working for him. That's how it goes. But nah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done in this current climate. Christmas coming up, birthdays, all that. Money's when you get a chance to earn extra money, you got to take it. Huh?
It's the best time of the year.
It's a fucking expensive time of the year.
Yeah.
Thanks. You guys don't do Thanksgiving, do you?
No. That's probably the last American tradition we ain't got yet. We did Black Friday, but then that went. I think most shops don't do that anymore because people are having a punch up over a £50 TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad still over here.
Is it still happening over there?
Oh yeah, that's still crazy over here. I've never been.
Yeah,
I
no.
can honestly say I've never participated.
Retailers knocked it on the head because they realise that normal people then don't go to that shop for the day. It actually does more harm than good. People don't go in there, buy a telly, and spend £200 on food. They just go in there, have a fight with a telly, and then have it and disappear. And if you've got any sense, you would not go in the Tesco, for example, on that day because it'd just be like carnage. It's like Royal Rumble in the front for TVs and all shit. And it's all a load of shit. Yeah, and fuck it, it's mad.
It's usually
TVs for £100, but they've been selling them for $5 all year.
Yeah.
Suddenly they put a sticker on it. Yeah.
And the spec is so crap. They bought them cheap to sell them cheap.
Whatever the big toy is or whatever the big product is over here, that's always the one that people will
Oh, we've had all that.
kill each other. Like legitimately, people die. Every Thanksgiving day after.
Mate, I used to work in retail, mate. I've seen Christmas Eve people fighting over turkey. Yeah. Jesus.
We do
For something that won't even be ready in time. That's people that lose all rationale. All rationale. So yeah, no, we don't do Thanksgiving yet.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure
I say that. Yeah, I'm sure it will turn up because we take all the other traditions.
Yeah, we've got Halloween there. That's quite big.
Yeah, Halloween's massive. Do you know what? Before I left retail, Halloween was the second biggest event of the year after Christmas.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it used to be Easter. Halloween just just gone. It's I don't mind Halloween. I think that's for the kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easter. Well, most religious festivals go now anyway.
It's
That's all.
More of a religious holiday, right?
Yeah, if you see it. I mean, over here, as soon as this January comes around, Easter eggs in the shop.
Really?
It's nuts. Yeah.
Is it mostly Catholics? Is that the predominant religion of?
I think so. I'm not really clued up on my religions. When I know a little bit about each of them, but I'm not religious, so I don't pay any attention. I'm Christian Catholic, but that was just an excuse to have a piss up. So we needed an excuse to have a party. All right, we'll christen him.
When you're Portuguese, there is no other religion really.
You Mediterraneans are deep in the old religion, didn't you?
Yeah, everybody's got a picture of the Last Supper or some sort of a Mary and a half shell in their front yard. It's very stereotypical but true.
Yeah, my missus is half Maltese, so we go over there all the time. Big over there. You don't believe in God? What? You don't believe in God? No. Oh, mate, you look like just shit. You look like just fucking shit on the floor or something. What? No, you must believe in God. Sorry.
Apologising for it.
Yeah. If he is, he ain't done me any favours.
I'll be the religious
That's just
guy.
me. That's just me. I let everyone else believe what they want to believe. Good luck to them. Anyway, Giuseppe, you might remember what the game we last on because I can't.
I believe the last one we did was the North London Derby.
Right? What was one after that? I'm sure we did one after that.
I don't think we covered the Brighton game because that was next.
No, we did do one after the Arsenal game. I remember that because
did we do Brighton?
We did the Arsenal game because that was a.
That's what I'm saying. That one was the last one, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I think Brighton. Who did you play that weekend?
Who did we play? Was it Liverpool?
It was Liverpool. Yeah. Because I remember watching it in the caravan. Yeah. On my phone. Yeah. So Brighton game.
Break. All right.
I think that was before that. That was before that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but didn't we have the break after that game?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was before the game. I thought it was after the derby, wasn't it?
Yeah, you might be right. I can't keep track. It's just even when we play, I wish we didn't play.
Yeah, it's like at the moment, isn't it? It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough, mate.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Yeah, we got one more after the North London Derby. Just looked.
Is it?
Which was like a European one?
Oh no, we didn't. No, I'm lying. Yeah, no, I'm lying. This is
one after the North London Derby. Then that was it, wasn't it?
No, the North London Derby, and then this one.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Been a while.
It's been bloody ages.
Busy man, mate.
Yeah. So what's going wrong then? It was all sunshine and smiles, wasn't it?
Not
really,
the North
London Derby. No losses, and now we've got 3 in 5 weeks, isn't it? 3 or 4 weeks.
Mate. Well, let's start. Let's go in chronological order. So we did Brighton, which was we got the change we wanted, or I wanted in terms the formation, but the tactics and the gameplay were still exactly the same.
Yeah,
We played well for about 20 minutes, half hour, and then we just sat back, got the goal, and then just sat back and stunk the place out. And lucky to come away with a draw. And then I watched you lot play Liverpool, which was a very good game. Bit lucky, but it is what it is. A bit of a dubious penalty,
yeah,
but it is what it is.
It was a good game. Yeah, it was a good game.
But as I said to you, Klopp has been getting those penalties for 3 years now. Yeah, so it's about time it come up on him. If that was on him, he wouldn't be moaning about that. And then we played Everton, which was another shit game. Beat them. Expect to beat Everton 2-0. I mean, it was scored early and then scored a late one or something like that. I can't remember how sad the game was. But that was another snooze fest. And then we had Man United in the week. Got absolutely pumped. Like that could have been anything.
Yeah.
And it shows you the paradoxical Spurs. If Hugo Lloris pulls off save after save after save, making absolute worldies in that game, and then we get to Sunday and he does that. You think fucking hell?
I think it's time for a new goalie.
I would agree with you, but I think we've got other problems we should have dealt with already.
We got other problems, but I think
we got so many problems.
The time is coming. I think.
Oh yeah, we should have done it. I would have gone and got someone like Nick Pope and just said, right, he's 30, but you get 4 years out of him. That gives you plenty of time to then put Hugo to second, and then he can see out a contract, still earn some money, and then look elsewhere for. I like the Portuguese goalkeeper at Wolves. I think he's very good.
Yeah.
He'd probably be my first choice. Sarr, is it Sarr?
Yeah, Sarr.
He's mustard. He is, yeah.
What's that goalkeeper as
well? The from Porto is excellent too. That was another one I saw that we've been supposedly linked with. I would absolutely love that move if we pulled that off.
We've got to do something sooner rather than later.
Surely it'd be an Italian, wouldn't it? You only shot.
I don't think it'd be there to worry about it, mate. He's not going to be there to worry about it.
But the next 4 transfer windows, mate.
Juventus players again in January. Weston McKinnon from the United States. So
it'll be the same names, isn't it? Weston McKennie
and
Dharma Traore. Probably Dan James will come back. No, he's on Fulham now, so you can't get him. It'll be the same old shit. Nothing is going to happen, mate. Nothing.
I can't see much happening in January, to be honest. After World Cup, I think a lot will happen.
No.
But yeah, no, we've what have we done? We've beat you.
Yep.
We beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then obviously the City game was postponed. We were playing in Europe. We then scraped past Leeds. And then
you did, didn't it? Yeah, that was a scrapey one, wasn't it?
Was
that 2-1 or was that 2-1 or 1-0? I can't remember now.
1-0. 1-0, wasn't it?
That penalty, wasn't it? Was it penalty?
Yeah. Brentford missed the penalty.
Yeah,
they missed it. That was it. Yeah. I didn't see any of that game, but I heard they absolutely battered you in that second half.
Yeah, but I
should have got something out of that game.
Yeah, they definitely. I think they definitely deserved a point. Or probably win really, but it went Tottenham, Liverpool, and it's gradually falling away.
So you peaked.
We were poor. We were poor against Liverpool, Leeds, and then at the weekend we were just shit. Just so bad.
I saw the goals. That's all I saw.
It was just one of them, them really frustrating days where we started really well.
We're plenty of them, mate.
Yeah.
That's every week at the moment.
We started really well, and then we just kept missing chance. Oh, Jesus missing chance after chance. And then you could see it coming. They changed their formation. They went to 5 at the back. And all of a sudden they started playing well. They started doing all right. And then second half, you could just see they were knackered. They weren't creating anything. And then we got one good chance where Jesus went through, but it weren't quick enough.
Really? Why should you be knackered, given you played one less game and you're heavily rotating in Europe because you've got the advantage of Europa League? Why should you be knackered?
But we haven't. What's that? We still played when you played City.
You got one less game then. You
played one
less game. Yeah, sure you won this game than us.
No, we were saying we. Oh yeah, one game in the league, but we still played Europa League, didn't we?
Yeah, but we played a league game then. Yeah, breaking news: Emery is the new Villa coach.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I see that.
Good evenings. That's a good move, that is. I think he's a good manager. I think he's underrated. He deserves another shot at the Prem.
I think it's a strange one. They were moaning about Gerrard for being too defensive, and they couldn't keep a clean sheet, so they bring in another defensive manager. Seems a bit odd.
No, but he plays good football. I think he does some good stuff. He's done well everywhere he went. I think it was just.
It's done great, yeah.
I think replacing Wenger at Arsenal was always going to be tough. I don't think he probably got the support Arteta's got in terms of getting rid of players who are problems and all that.
No, he was in that weird time when they started bringing in the geezer from Barcelona, didn't they? And they were going to do like more of sort of what you do, sort of head of football and all that sort of controls the transfers. And
I mean, you're going to get a Don with who's cooking and frying pan that and all that.
But yeah,
don't,
it was.
Don't do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then obviously now we've sort of gone back to the Arteta, and they do make all the decisions, don't they? Rather than
Well, the thing about quite the top clubs are after Edu now, aren't they? Some of the European big boys.
I don't blame him. He's fucking can't knock him for what he's done. Every transfer.
No, I'll have to agree. There's not really been any lemons. Maybe
No,
Tommy Ansu,
really.
but what you paid for him, you got
He's a good player.
Yeah. Listen, well, I'm not in a position to talk when we paid 28 million for Emerson Royal, so that just negates all criticism of anyone. But
45 for Sanchez.
Did you guys see that supposedly Son's considering leaving?
well, where's he going? He's signed a contract. It's, all this talk all the time, and Kane, if Conte goes, Kane goes, and all this crap. It's all rubbish. No one's going to.
The problem is, I can see him actually. They probably both want out. Kane and Son want out, really, don't they? But they just say they can't go anywhere because Tottenham won't sell. And who's going to come in and pay, especially for Son? Was he 31 now?
30.
30. He's only got, for a player like him, like a quick, pacey winger, he's only got a couple of years left in him.
Once his pace is gone, he's not used to anyone.
Yeah,
and let's be honest, he's not. And you look at his season so far, he's been toilet, absolutely toilet. He's
all been from one game.
He's scored a hat trick in one game, and that's it. A couple in Europe, but all in between, he's been fucking dog shit. He's terrible. You can see it in him, in his body language. Something's not right. Something's clearly going on behind the scenes, whether it's in his personal life or whatever. He's not a happy boy. You saw it with the whole Leicester celebrations. That was more was making a point to someone than I'm happy I've just scored a hat trick. It's very strange. Kane looks like a shadow of his former self at the moment. Although he's banging in a couple of goals, they don't look right. They don't look right.
Yeah, he's just scoring penalties at the moment. He Kane, fucking hell, penalty after penalty.
Well, that's the only chance he's fucking getting.
Pete, do you think there's something to them not wanting to pass each other the ball either? I've seen people on Twitter debating this.
I've been saying that for weeks. If you go back, I said that about 3 weeks ago. I said these two look like they're more of a rivalry now than a partnership.
Yeah, it's picking up some steam. Other people are saying it on.
Yeah, I said this weeks ago. If you go back through the group we're on, you'll see it weeks ago. I said that. I think it was Brighton game when I started picking up. I said, hang on, something's not right here. It's more of a rivalry than a partnership now, and it's not a good place to be.
I think what's been the problem you've got is
we're shit.
You got Kane. You got Kane. You got Son's got 3 goals, and then who else has scored for you? I couldn't think of it.
Højbjerg's probably the second top scorer.
Yeah, Højbjerg, yeah. And other than that, who else has scored? I can't think of a. Dyer got one from a corner or something.
Daniel.
Hello, mate.
Peter,
right, mate.
how are you?
How's it going?
Really?
Yeah, not bad. Yourselves? How's everyone?
Yeah, good, mate.
All good, mate. All good, mate. We're back and hopefully trying to keep it regular again.
Hopefully, that'd be good.
Yeah,
as I said earlier, mate, we've got to earn a crust. There's
the thing is,
extra money on offer. We've got to take it.
Of course, because of that saying. So what are we up to so far? Because obviously I didn't even know you were alive, to be fair.
We were just talking about the previous weeks. We haven't really gone into this week.
Yeah.
Sort of,
I'm not in a rush to either, fun enough.
Leeds and
Oh, mate. Leeds was our game.
Yeah, I'm saying it seemed to have Liverpool beating Tottenham, beating Liverpool, and it's all of a sudden it seems to be fucking on a fucking.
To be fair, in all fairness, I think Leeds were just better on the day. In the second half.
It's quite a tough place to go, Ellen Road. I don't think many teams would go there and pump them.
Well,
Even though they're
couple
late, but
No, to be fair, listen, Spurs have been winning ugly all season. I'll take an ugly win. That's the truth of it. Well, that's it.
Depends how long ugly wins go for.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? We've been doing it all season, and now it's starting to catch up because now we've sort of them
It
easy
seems to be the
fixtures.
case.
Them easy fixtures are gone now, and we're starting to come up against more capable teams and getting fanned out. I mean, we got Bournemouth on Saturday. Excuse me, or Sunday. That away. Don't know.
We should win that.
I just don't.
Have
We
you
should,
stopped
but I just
wondering
don't-
who you're playing?
I just don't know. I just don't know. You don't know at the moment. I think if we lose that, like we've lost recently, then there's real problems.
Well,
The
we
thing
got
is, he's-
Liverpool, yeah, so that will be.
And then we've got Liverpool, and then we will get battered.
Old Salah be licking his lips.
You can understand it, especially because Romario's a couple of weeks away now.
Yeah, well, to be honest, he's not been that great anyway. So, but still better than what we've got.
Yeah, a lot better than Sanchez.
Oh fucking hell!
One player I've been quite surprised how bad he is old Lenglet.
Yeah,
He's
he was
terrible.
toilet. He's had a couple of decent games, but on Saturday, Sunday, he was toilet. He got turned inside and out.
Is that
Coming
just
from
the fact that they're
Barcelona,
not
I
playing,
know he's always had a big reputation in France, and you see him play a week in, week out, or whenever he plays, and you think, what the fuck's this geezer come from? He's fucking useless.
But he don't play week in, week out. That's the problem. It's always.
Well, it's a bit of a problem if you've come from Barcelona, but Ben Davies is getting ahead of you, isn't it?
Well, this is a problem if you've got a pulse and you can play right back, and Emerson Royal is playing in front of you. Where do you go from there? Do you know what I mean? But this is what's happening. For me, if I was a player of the team, I'd be frustrated. Oh, fucking not him again. What is going on?
Do you think they are frustrated, the players? Is that
Yes,
when you're
got to
talking about Son, Kane, don't look like they're at it? Do you think it's to do with that?
Yes, I think they are frustrated.
Yeah.
And I've just seen earlier a reporter saying THFC are preparing to offer Dyer and Holberg contract extensions. Holberg, I can understand. Dyer, I mean, come on. Fuck's sake. Why you
I
want to
don't think
offer
he's
him a
been
new
that bad for you.
Danny's terrible. He is terrible. If you watch him,
No.
he is terrible. He's a liability waiting to happen every time.
I watched a clip, I think, on Twitter earlier, where literally just near the end of your game yesterday, where he's just running around with his hands up in the ball, going, "Give me the ball, give me the ball," and none of your team
Why
even
would
had
you
the
do
ball.
it? Yeah.
Newcastle had it.
Yeah.
Really?
Giuseppe's seen this. These are some stats so far this season, right? In terms of where we rank in the following stats. Possessions won in the middle third with 14th. Possessions won in the final third, 18th.
So
High
pressure.
turnovers. Yeah, high turnovers, 16th. Duels won, 16th. Starting distance meters, I'm not sure what that means, 17th. Final third passes attempted, 15th. Fewest shots faced, 18th. I'm surprised with that high, to be honest, the amount of shots we face every week. And possession percentage, 48.34, 12th. I'm not really fussed about possession because I think sometimes that's just
A lot of people look into that for no reason.
Yeah, too much. But you look at them other stats, they're worrying.
They're telling, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what Nuno got Tintac for. A lot of those are running stats, but we've seen these lot do better because there's Tottenham fan base moment is all that civil war, which is, in other words,
great.
it's Tuesday, it's Monday, because it always is. There's always something. You got the people like myself who are saying it's all right saying Levy this, Levy that, and I agree with him. Everything about the board I can't stand, but then you cannot absolve Conte of any blame in any of this in this situation.
He's one
And there's the ones that do that. It's all the players. It's all Levy. It's all thingy. They didn't give him his players and all that sort of stuff. And he's completely blameless. And we should just fucking bow down to the geezer. And you can't criticise at all. And if you do criticise, that means you're on the side of ENIC and Levy, which is bizarre. Like it's like you can't have two things wrong at the same time. It's not just one or the other.
Yeah.
Let me run this theory by you, see if you agree with this.
Go on then.
So every time that Spurs take the field or the pitch, the other team knows exactly what we're going to do, how we're going to play,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So we're almost allowing teams to prepare very easily to play us, right?
Yeah.
So is there any surprise that I think like from those stats that you listed that like the guys aren't running as hard? Maybe the players are just saying to themselves, we're just going to sit back. We're going to take on 26 shots a game and hope that we catch one counter and score. And that's it.
Mm.
And that's the end all be all of how it's going to be, right?
That's the manager's tactics. But I said,
So is that
In
frustrating as the players too, though? And that's where you.
of course it is. Of course it
You're
is.
going to
Of
blame
course it
Conte
is.
for that. You're going to say he's not giving them more. He's not giving them
Yeah.
something.
I like play with a handbrake on. I said in pre-season, I said because the way we were buying players, I was like, "There's no change to what we're offering the team. Really, it's just a bit of muchness. It's more same shit or similar player to what we got, or that one ain't even going to get in the team anyway. And when you're predictable, you're vulnerable. I mean, everyone's got their set way of playing, but when it's really as bad as ours, you're just asking for trouble. I said all we're doing basically the whole game, if you put a boxing edge in it, is sitting there like that the whole game, hoping to get one like that, and eventually you get knocked out because you can't keep taking them shots.
Yeah, I don't see when he sort of says about how he's surprised that you can't beat the big sides, but surely as a manager as good as he is, I think he's a good manager. And he's a bit of an underdog manager, always does well with a lower budget. He can't be surprised when the tactics are, we'll sit back and hold in and just hope Kane and Son and Kane do something. That's not. I don't see where
to be fair, I think his main issue is he's trying to do the tactics that he did over in Italy.
It don't work.
It's a different league.
And different players. You ain't got the players to play the system. We've said it before. I'll say it again. You do not have. How can you want to play wing? You want to play wing backs? That's fine. But when you have the weakest wing backs in the fucking league, you cannot do it. You cannot do it.
Yeah.
So you got to go. Okay, I can't do that. It's not working. I need to do something different. But because it's Conte, it's like, well, why should he have to do something different? Well, actually, it's got a bit of give and take all round. The board needs to be flexible in terms of how they operate. Conte needs to be flexible with how we operate because no one's bending. It's just going in other directions.
I also think
he keeps calling you a lot out, don't he? He keeps calling you a lot out. We need more money. We need more time.
Here we go. Look, 8 out of 10 window. That's what I'm saying. Spurs fans I was getting pelters for this shit in the pre-season during the window. I was saying this is crap. I was getting all sorts of grief. What are you talking about? I must admit, none of these people have turned up since or come on my Twitter feed. I remember the day of the transfer, I had these people saying, is this not ambition? Blah, 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 blah. There you go. Yeah. And the same with this man there.
I think also to Harry's point before, whenever we play a better team, they have a better manager, right? Liverpool, Man United, City, whatever, right?
Arsenal,
right?
At the moment, I can't disagree. It is what it is, isn't it? You can go on what they've won, but at the moment, if you're looking at it as it stands,
wonders at the minute.
Those manage Conte every game. So it's just not the players; it's him too. Because, like I said, he's easily predictable. We can all predict the starting 11 before the game starts. We can all predict the way we're going to play. We can all predict everything, and I think he leaves himself vulnerable by doing that, by being so stubborn in everything that he wants to do. For me, that's the biggest problem with him is his stubbornness.
I want change.
There's a lot of what's plan B is do plan A better. But
plan B is bring on 3 centre backs.
If plan A is just sit and hold as long as
you got the bench, don't I?
It's not really a plan, is it? It's very, when you watch him, it's very actually Simeone, Atletico. All he does is sit back and hope Griezmann, hope Lamar, hope one of them just does something special to win the game. But it's a bit different for him because he can do it. He's obviously got Barcelona and they are a bit more attacking against the littler sides. You just see him do it the whole time. I just think they can't be.
That's what I'm saying.
Players can't enjoy it either.
I can handle getting beat by Man United away, getting beat by Arsenal away. I can live with it, yeah, because it happens all the time, yeah. The odd time it won't, but it happens. They're the games you expect to drop points in. But every team we've played this season, bar probably Southampton on the first day, have been better than us, and we've played like the underdog, yeah. Just sat back. It's all right being counter-attacking, but Now it's got to a point where these counter attacks are few and far between, and they've got to be clinical, and they're not.
It's
And
not
I think
sustainable.
no, it's not, because
It's
I think
not.
the players now, we saw it with
They know.
under Nuno, we saw it under Jose. Is it this type of football has a very short shelf life at Spurs? Yeah. Now, does Conte have a great squad to work with? No, he doesn't. Is that his fault? No. But given he's got more than enough to beat Newcastle, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's got
He
more
should be
than enough to
beating them.
play better,
If we're completely honest.
better football than what we're seeing so far. Yeah, we're scraping results because Kane and Son have got us out of trouble. Namely, Kane this season, not even Son. Yeah, it's Kane's. We've won a penalty or something like that. I mean, that corner that we scored on Saturday, we've done that how many times now? Yeah, we've got out of jail with that. Yeah, but let's be honest. You start Southampton battered them, but we were still dodgy at parts of the game. Then we play. I can't remember who we played after that.
Chelsea won it.
No, I think Chelsea was third game in. And I know we played Wolves at home. Yeah.
We beat Wolves 1-0.
But we got battered by them. We say they should have got some out of that game. Yeah.
Agreed.
Chelsea absolutely smashed us. How we got away with that, I have no idea. Yeah.
We know how you
Fulham,
got away with that one.
yeah, Fulham should have got something out of us. Yeah, we started well, but again, sat back and conceded so many shots. Nottingham Forest the same. That was like the fucking Alamo for most of that game. Yeah, somehow we come out of a 2-0 win. West Ham should have beat us. Yeah, we were very poor on the day. Thank fuck we didn't play Man City when we were supposed to play them. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Nobody wants to play them.
And then we go to Everton. We were dog shit, but got the win. Brighton played well for half hour. Could have got a draw there. They could have easily scored if they had a better striker. They would have done, but we gave up a lot of shots and everything else. And then the chickens are now starting to come home to roost. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, I think the problem with playing that football is if you're winning games, like you weren't playing well, you was winning games. You were no losses. You was third in the league, a couple of points behind Arsenal and Man City. But as soon as you stop winning games, it then becomes a big problem, doesn't it? People will suffer it for so long. But when you stop winning games, they get bored very quickly.
Yeah,
well, that's when the questions start getting asked, isn't it?
As Mark said, if this was Mourinho, there'd be fucking burning effigies. There'd be everything about him because we were top of the league, playing better football, in my opinion, than what we're seeing now in like December. And fans still wanted him out. Oh, we don't like the style of football. This is not the Tottenham way. All that sort of crap, whatever that means. Yeah. And now you got Conte playing worse football with better players than Mourinho had, and it's okay. And that's what annoys me with our fans most, is the double standards. Either if you're still calling out the style of play of Mourinho, then you should be calling it out now because it's fucking shocking. It's even worse. I don't remember. At least Mourinho, we went places. I mean, battered Man United 6-1, beat City at home. We took loads of punches, beat Arsenal, went to Chelsea, got a draw there. Could have gone either way, and then come December we're top of the league. We're nowhere near that, and this league position at the moment, because you also get the fans going, well, we're third. It's the best start to a season ever. False economy. We've been blessed with having nice fixtures because all the teams we've beat are in the bottom 8 of the league. Yeah, let's be honest. Any semi-decent team has either took points off us, if not all 3, and that's the reality. You can't get away.
A stat that blew my mind on when you were playing Man United, the only team you've beaten in the top 10 is Brighton. Yeah. You haven't beaten anyone else in the top 10.
No.
You know, that is nuts.
But that's the fixtures. We've had the benefit of the fixtures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is a mad stat. So you must have more coming up. Or you
exactly. So you can imagine what's coming, don't you? So it's a big losing streak on the way, or severe fucking dropping points. And that's when it will come to unravel very quickly, as I've been saying for weeks. As soon as we start building up a few shitty results, bang, 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 goodbye. Exactly what's going to happen.
It's confusing me, though, because he keeps talking about he needs 3 windows, 4 windows. He keeps talking about...
He just keeps adding them up as he goes along, to be fair.
Is he going to stay? I didn't think he would, but all of a sudden... I agree, but the way he's talking is if he wants a bit of time, give me 3-4 windows and we'll make a competitive team. I know managers do say stupid things like that, but he's got no reason to say it, has he? He could just keep quiet on the subject.
To be fair, I think
I
it's just a
think-
Spurs line.
I think because his commitment has always been in question. So it's always because he's always been linked with this job and that job. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But for me, where was this talk when the window was open? Yeah, I said 2 weeks before the window that you can look at what's coming in, the players we're getting linked with, and the lack of activity. You think we're no better off than where we were last year. Yeah, Giuseppe can vouch this because we were in a WhatsApp group and we're saying most of us saying the same thing. Big arguments on there. We are no better off than where we are last season. In fact, we might be even worse because we spent money and not had nothing to show for it.
Well, everyone's sort of said the first 11 weren't really improved, was it? It was just the squad that was better, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then you improved the squad by improving the first 11 and pushing them players down to the bench. Spurs just buy players for the first 11 for the bench. What's the fucking point? Or we buy kids that then we loan them out again, never see it, and then they end up
Or
getting,
ruin their career,
you know what I mean?
to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Spence,
or trying
I
to
don't
get
know
rid
what
of
the
them.
fuck is, like,
Well, that's
no idea
another
what he's
thing.
done.
So you're like, we're no better off. Yet we spent 100 odd million on what? On where? Yeah, it's crap. But
Dan, that's part of the stubbornness too with Conte. Like take
Yeah, but-
defense.
yeah,
You're losing. You need to change something. The kid has incredible pace. Put him in there and just see what he can do for 10, 15 minutes. Just give him a shot. He's better than Royal. And he's better
but
than,
this Giuseppe, when you see Spurs on Twitter, they go, but Conte sees him every week, so Conte he must be worse than Royal because Conte would play him, and you think no one can be worse than Royal. Yeah, that bloke is the worst footballer I've ever seen at Tottenham. Yeah, and we've seen
Can I
some
ask a
shit.
question?
Let's be honest. Go on then.
In terms of Royal, right? Because if I remember rightly, you got him from Barcelona.
And no,
Is it-
Barcelona
Yeah.
signed him, loaned
Yeah,
him out
and
straight
told him,
away.
yeah.
His loan finished, yeah, and then we offered 28 million. They went, there you go, fucking see you
Yeah.
later.
But
He's
what
like,
I'm
when Grandad buys the parrot from in Only Fools and Horses. Bought
Yeah.
it for dog here, see you later. Fucking good night, get rid of him. Yeah, they
What
didn't
I'm
believe their
wondering-
luck, mate.
Is it possible that to get him to come to Spurs, right?
Did we keep the receipt?
But obviously not. That you got turned around and said, "There's a guaranteed if you're fit, you play clause."
I
I
can't be
doubt
surely.
it. I doubt it. No one would ever do
He's
that.
good enough to have that in there, right? He's not
No,
good
do
enough
you
to
know?
make something
Some
like
people
that.
do. Some
No,
people
it's,
have it.
not if you're buying top players, that you might get that in there, but not for him. Yeah, because let's be honest, he was only one or two right backs anyway, so he was guaranteed games because it was either him or Doherty. So
I'd still take.
he was
Duffy
always
over him every day of
guaranteed
the week.
games, yeah, any day of the week. But you're like, fucking hell. But yeah, going back to the window, and I was like, why is he not saying? You can clearly see he's not going to be happy because he can't be. And all this, I'm happy with this, that, and the other. Stop turning the club line. Now is the time to start rattling some feathers because then the fans get the ump, and then you might get a bit more than what you're getting at the moment. Nothing. I'm happy. Blah blah blah. The whole Spence thing is an enigma. That's politics because he doesn't. Spence was a club signing. Okay, you've made your point now. Yeah, we know that, but you're clearly playing this clown to the detriment of the team because there is no benefit to playing that clown. He offers absolutely nothing. If anything, he's a target. As soon as you put him on a pitch, the other man goes, have him. Yeah, attack him. And then on Saturday, he puts the other clown, so you got the Chuckle brothers next to him. You think, fucking hell, just what are you doing? If you've got to rotate, then you've got to go, right, well, I can't have them two together. Do you know what I mean? You just can't do it. It's like having Ray Parlour and Alan Brazil in a pub and trying to get them to stay sober. It's just not happening. Yeah, just don't do it. Yeah, you cannot have them two together on the pitch at the same time on the same side. Yeah, ideally, I don't want the same club, but that's another battle for another day. And it's like you got to scratch your head, and then you say Spence is fit, ready to go on the bench. Don't even get a look in. Doherty was on the bench. Why not play him? Just shore that up a little bit. It's not a massive amount between Royal and Doherty in terms of, well, there is, but do you know what I mean? Doherty's not miles and miles and miles ahead. He's still very average, but Royal is that far below. You only got to have a pulse, and you're better than him. Because you watch him play football, you watch his passing. I don't know. You watch his passing, and they're going out of play, and they're just fucking shit. And you're like, this is just basic stuff.
Yeah,
basic stuff. How are you getting in this team? And I'm Spence, and I'm thinking, fuck's sake, what have I got to do? And you're a player. We've all played. I don't know if you have Sunday League out there, Giuseppe, but it's like when you're playing the Sunday League and the manager, he keeps picking his son, who's absolutely shit, and the other rest of the team get the ump with it. Oh, for fuck's sake! You end up carrying him. It must be Because you cannot look at him and go, yeah, all right, we're happy to play with him. Because he's just, every time it goes to him, it's shit. And Sessegnon's not much better either. I mean, he's only got 2 left backs. Perisic's been a bit of a disappointment. But then you go, okay, look, I can't play wing backs. I haven't got them.
Yeah.
It is what it is, isn't it? I'd love to, but I can't. But every manager seems to adjust to what they've got, but Conte don't. And a lot of our
I think he
fans are
thinks
like,
that because of who he is, they should adjust to him.
yeah, yeah, but he's not Guardiola. He's not Klopp. Yeah, if they didn't do it for Mourinho, who's won everything in the game many times over, they're not going to do it for Conte. That's
I do think there's a fine line between being stubborn and
cutting your nose off to spite your face.
sticking with your principles, because eventually you'll get it right. I think there's a fine line.
It's not going to happen.
Look at
because we're.
So Harry, would you say Conte's stubborn, or is he's just sticking to who he is?
I honestly, I think it's strange because he's to me maybe even thinks you playing that way he played at Chelsea, but the difference was that I don't think the league was as strong then, and he had a lot better players.
A lot of team to transition, and he had Eden Hazard, who was just playing out of his skin that year. Didn't he win World Player of the Year that year? Definitely PFA Player of the Year. Then he went to Real Madrid after that.
Yep.
Yeah,
he was tearing it up. He was ripping it up like there's no tomorrow in that league that year. When you got a player like that, yeah, you got half a chance no matter what formation you play. Yeah, and he had the right players at the right time to play.
No, he had Kante as well, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Who covers every blade of grass every week? Yeah, he's peak now. He's not. Yeah, but he had that. He had Hazard playing through his skin, and it worked well for him. Yeah, it was good, fair play. But you look what happened the next year. Completely fell apart. Hazard went. I think he gets sacked a couple of months before the end of the season, and they're getting pumped. I remember, was it 4-0 at home to Bournemouth, and there's some real pumpings they got at home.
No, he left right at the start of the season, didn't he? Because he texted Diego Costa, didn't he?
He went through the summer. No, but that was the third season then. But that second season was dreadful.
Yeah.
No, he did that at the end of his first season. He went goodbye Costa because they got Morata, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but he weren't there for 3 seasons. He was only there for 2, wasn't he?
Yeah, but after the second season, so he won the league. Then in that summer, that's when he binned off Costa, because that's when all the negativity started. Hazard went, to Real Madrid, and then it all fell apart. It completely fell apart, and then he was gone before the end of the season. I said after they got some real drubbings at home. I think Southampton turned them over. I remember Bournemouth beating them 4-0. I think they lost like 4-0 twice in a bounce and stuff like that. And this is Chelsea who just won the league. So I wouldn't say he's got a record of sheer consistency wherever he's been, where he wins title after title like Mourinho had, where he's bagged 2 titles in a row at Chelsea, come back, done it again. Do you know what I mean? He's everywhere he goes, he wins. Not so much now. Yeah, but he's not a Guardiola. He's not a Klopp. Do you know what I mean? In Europe, his record is shocking. So this is not. This is a good manager, but for me, I wouldn't say an elite manager, because it depends on how you class elite. Because if he's elite, then there's another level above.
The thing is, elite is.
What's the word for
winners.
that? Yeah, what's the word
Alex
for
Ferguson? He's elite. You know what I mean? Like Guardiola.
What's that, Giuseppe?
What's that? Class. He's world class.
But for me, he's world class, and then you've got elite. Yeah, in my opinion, because the elite is the Guardiola and the Klopps, the Ferguson and Mourinho. He's got to be in there, and Ancelotti for what he's won.
Well, Jose won everywhere with us.
Yeah.
The thing is, I reckon if you got stuck with Jose, you definitely would have won something by now.
We might have won that cup, but for me, I think he had to go. I didn't want him to go, but I think it was at the time, it was the season. Where we are now, but a bit further down the road, where the players are clearly giving up. They're like, we can't play in this way because of the players he's got who were shit. It was like Joe Rodon and Don Baleza, Celso, Sissoko, Dele Alli, Winks. Do you know what I mean? He's got to try and get fucking Aurier. He's trying to have all these players because he's played about 12 different forms.
Yeah, all those players, Pete, all those players you named were so shit that they're gone.
Exactly. Conte comes in and can go get rid of them. Jose, Jose had to get tunes out of these people, and couldn't, and got slated for it. Then he said, you know what? I'll just make sure we don't concede. And he invented the Kane and Son partnership in terms of how they operated. and then it took us places. And then you think, remember that game at Liverpool when we should have won that game? Bergwijn misses like 3 1-on-1s, and after that, it's all went downhill because the players last minute winner. I think it's Firmino from a corner, injury time, and then it all fell apart after that. And then it was just cascading. We did have some good wins, but it just went to shit after that. Players had given up. So like, we know we ain't going to do it now. And these players have got that in them, and we're there now. We're getting there now because Kane and Son. It's all right saying all these players are shit, and I agree, a lot of them are, but. Look how Kane and Son are playing. Are they shit now all of a sudden?
The thing is, Kane, in all fairness, to the weekend, you could tell he's done.
He's had enough playing this way. He's had enough playing this way. Son hasn't looked good from the start of the season.
Tom Kane and all, he's played fucking 90 minutes every 3 days.
Yeah.
He's going to be fucked.
The only one that don't get rotated is him.
Especially, well, when it goes to the World Cup, he's the one player that won't get rotated. He's going to come back in January, and he's going to be
injured
in January. He's going to be fucking out. He ain't going to be able to fucking move.
It's mad. But we were saying this would happen. Yeah, you cannot. If you got tons of games and like everything else, you cannot play a system where you give up the ball so much because all you're doing is chasing it. As the old saying goes, you get more tired without the ball than with it. No one ever gets tired with a ball. Yeah, you're chasing it. You've got to kick defense all the time. You've got to sit solid, and you keep making forward sprints all the time. Backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. 9 out of 10 coming backwards again. You're going to get fucked.
Watching Tottenham is like watching the old 100-meter sprint, isn't it? As soon as they get the ball, it's just wallop, and then they see how far they can get on the pitch with just 3 or 4 passes, and then
plenty of false starts and all. Yeah, and it gets to there. And the thing is, though, if you're not, there was one thing yesterday, a video, right, where we got forward, we split them open, and it went to, I think, someone on the far side, and within 5 passes, Lloris has got it.
Yeah,
like, no conviction at all, and you think that's belief, that's a belief problem, because where the geezer got it out, it might have been Bentancur. You think you got to have a dig. Yeah, the whole thing with Basuma, it's like we've bought someone else, like his brother or something. This is a geezer who ripped up against for Brighton, was tearing some of the best midfielders in the league, giving them a lesson. Comes to us, he looks very average. And
he does
for me,
look a former shadow of himself. To be fair.
When he's playing, he's the deepest player. When really he should be one of the forward ones. You like, you don't want Skip running up there. Fuck that. You sit back there. Basuma's got the engine to beat.
That, to be fair.
Every time Basuma plays, he's put in as defensive midfielder, and you're not allowed to cross the halfway line. That's tactical, and that's what when he was saying before. Conte's not ready to play yet because he probably didn't want to do that, but he thought I've got to do it to get a game. Even when the Højbjerg's playing, Højbjerg's run up the pitch and Basuma's still there. You think, what's going on?
Maybe we're in case of the end of the season.
Harry used to play Kante in the 10 just to try and obviously press from the front, and you think, what are you doing? It's never going to work. And Lampard went for a style of doing it and all, where they play Kante right up there and then play 2 10s who should be behind him. So basically, he wins the ball and then gives it to.
Yeah, but it just sounds great on paper, but in reality, just you're asking him to do something. It's not his natural game. Lo and behold, he looks shit doing it.
Yeah.
So we got so many problems at our club, but it's only a matter of time before it all comes down. Only a matter of time. The writing's on the wall. Like I said, but if we lose to Bournemouth, then I think it's going to be a real fucking.
Yeah, they're losing at the moment. They're losing to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
What's the scoreline there? Because I've not got it on.
1-0. Zuma.
Cat gone up in the
air. So, who have you got midweek? Because you need to win that game, don't you?
Sporting, yeah. We need to win that one.
Sporting sucks.
I think if they beat you. Realistically.
They need to win that as well. They need to win that as well.
It's a tight group.
Yeah, everyone's beat everyone.
It's a tight group.
Yeah. So
you'd have to play everyone the whole way through, wouldn't you? Basically.
Yeah.
There's going to be no resting any players.
So before the World Cup, we got Bournemouth away, then Liverpool, then Leeds at home. Yeah.
That's
so
2 wins.
You should say 2 wins out of that, yeah?
That's 2 must
Yeah.
wins for us. Must.
Well, it should be, really, you've got to
Gotta
say,
have.
at home to Liverpool, with look how they are at the moment, you want to be trying to win that game.
That's a 2-0
Yeah.
loss. all
So
day.
you could say on 9 points there, beat Bournemouth away, Liverpool at least get at least 7 points, don't lose at home, and then Leeds, you beat them on the Saturday at 3 o'clock, and then you got the World Cup. But
Conte doesn't
I don't
get
know
points
much,
off the big teams, right? What's his record since he's been at Spurs against the big teams?
terrible. It's
Right?
not been
Yeah.
great. I think we beat. I know. I think it's more.
Beat Arsenal.
It's been.
right?
Yeah, he has got some good points actually. Sorry, I got that wrong. I'm thinking of Poch. Yeah, he beat Arsenal. He
City twice.
We beat City
took
twice.
He took 2 points. He beat City.
All right.
And you did
Away.
United last season, didn't you?
Did we beat United? No, we
Yeah.
didn't. Ronaldo
No, we
turned
didn't.
us over, innit?
Yeah,
Ronaldo
Yeah, but
smashed
then you
us.
do them 6-1 or something like that. Last
Oh, no, that was the season before. That was
Ah,
Mourinho.
season before.
Because
Ah,
the home game was when Nuno got sacked. When he made that sub, the whole face went fucking Garrity, and then Daniel Levy started printing out his P45 there and then.
We tied Liverpool once, right?
Yeah, we drew. He played Liverpool twice and got 2 draws and
Yeah.
played well in both games. But I'm saying, but then the system was fairly new. People, okay, we're getting wins here, we're getting results. Let's go with it. But I don't mind. I've always said I don't mind playing that football against big teams like Liverpool, City, Chelsea, whatever. Yeah, but do you have to play that type of football against Newcastle, against Everton, against Nottingham Forest, against Fulham, against Wolves? You shouldn't be playing that sort of football. Then you've got to be the aggressive team. Yeah,
No,
and this is demoralising the players. You can see they've got no confidence.
Clearly.
They make you feel second best every time.
No, yeah, they always know before the game even starts they got to put a shift in.
Yeah.
So
And it's
especially
all right
against-
working hard, but if there's no reward, so I'm saying it's a very short shelf life for when the results stop happening, and then it all goes because they go fuck that. I've had enough of doing that.
Well, yeah, when you look at all the managers that play that sort of way,
Mourinho and all that,
he's never
same
at a club
thing.
more than 3 years. Conte's never been at a club more than 3 years. There's got to be something behind that.
Yeah, because the shelf life of the football is short. The only thing Mourinho did well is he put trophies in the bag, so there was glory attached to it, so that you get a bit more belief when you're not doing it. But Mourinho didn't play that way against fucking Newcastle at home. Do you know what I mean? Remember, Chelsea, them used to be a machine. They were like 95 points. They were plenty of wins there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They were fucking setting records, and they were pumping everyone in sight. But
Would you say
we're
that's
not
a
doing that.
problem with Southgate, though? Isn't that like his style as well, the defensive?
Oh, well, there you go. It's what I mean. It's just fucking. Oh, Southgate's just a minge. He just needs to just get lost. I can't stand that geezer.
But Giuseppe, I want to talk about Fabio Vieira.
Oh.
You know, he's got all the ability in the world, but he just seems to me, just seems to lack confidence. Yesterday, he come on, he was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I think
Whether it was because it was a bit of a pressure game, it was 1-0.
Hang on. I thought he was a bargain signing a few weeks ago. He's fucking great, this kid, and blah blah blah.
No,
What a signing!
To be fair, I'm going to be straight up. Right, he's got something about him, but yesterday he just looked like a deer in head. Not yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
He looked like a deer in headlights.
He come on, whether it was because it was 1-0 and we needed to get something, but that's when you want him to be trying to slip through balls in and trying to try something a bit different, but he just kept getting it sideways pass. Do something a bit different. He does need to bulk up. He was getting bullied a little bit, but that will come with him growing up a little bit, getting a bit older. But I just think you've got so much ability, and then the Europa League games, you'll see him, and for 20 minutes he's class, and then for 25 minutes he just goes missing. And you just think, where is he on the pitch still, or is he fucked off? And then he'll come back and he'll put another. It's just odd. He's an odd player.
Yeah, that
Can't be as lightweight as Brian Hill, mate. It can't be lightweight as Brian Hill.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He came on he did well when he last came on, but the geezer got the ball, he came in, the geezer went, and that was the end of him. You know what I mean? Fucking halfway down the pitch.
Well, that was a Frankfurt game, right? Frankfurt game when.
Yeah, he come on in 2 minutes, geezer gone, bosh,
He drew
bosh.
a penalty though, didn't he? He drew a penalty.
Yeah, he played really well, and you haven't seen him since. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
You
then
think,
he doesn't
okay,
play.
he's done well there. At least let him have some minutes. No, what do we do? We bring on centre backs. You think, fucking give the kid a minute. What can you lose? Do you know what I mean?
You're
Against
losing anyhow,
Frankfurt,
so
he
you might as well.
changed the game in our favour because they were getting momentum, and then he come on, won a penalty. Well, that red card as well. Didn't he get sent off in that move? Yeah, and you think, there you go. And he should have scored if Kane puts in a better cross. And you think, okay, he's done that now. Everyone was a bit positive about him, going, all right, maybe he has got something, the kid. Like, it's a good cameo. Then go and do something next. Not been seen since. Which is, for me, is poor man management, especially when you're not blessed with attacking options at all, really. Yeah. He's one of them, one of your two. Him and Moura. Moura, as we know, is crap. Yeah, but at least give him kid like you. Newcastle. We need. How can you finish that game with an attacker on the bench? Because he was still on a bench, and we're putting on centre backs. Have a day off. You can't defend that.
Harry,
you cannot defend it.
To answer your question, that's one of the knocks on him, is that he has all this talent, and when he's engaged, and when he's not, he has trouble just looking like he even belongs. You know. And I don't know if that's his age, and it will come as he matures, but that was always one of his knocks when he was in Portugal.
Yeah, I think 'cause you look at him compared to Odegaard, and they're probably very similar age, actually, because Odegaard's probably a lot younger than what people think he is. But Odegaard's always there. He always wants the ball. He's always trying little passes. They're not always coming off, but he's always trying something. But you get this kid, and you can see he's probably just as talented as what Odegaard is. He's a bit further back in his development than what Odegaard is, but he's got just that same amount of ability. But he just seems to, when the pressure's on a little bit, he just sort of folds in within himself. He don't really want it. He just the safe pass rather than trying something and getting booed or getting people giving it to him. He just sort of goes, "Oh no, I'll just play it safe." And then I think that's the whole reason he come on. Yeah, like yesterday for me, you should have taken Xhaka off Vieira. Because Xhaka looked fucked. But you think, just do something. If you've taken off Odegaard, who's the number 10, you've got to be that creative player. But you just think, it's quite frustrating watching him because you can see how good he is, but he's just not doing it enough.
Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal a bit. Let's talk about Jesus. What's happening to him? The Brazilian Lacazette. What have you done to him?
No, you haven't nothing, yeah.
He's fucking turned it Lacazette.
5 goals this season. That is a poor return.
So far, in terms of goals, you can't argue that. But his work on the pitch, you can't fault Pete.
Well, no, I'm not saying work. But Ben Day is a striker to score goals. Lucky enough, you're sharing the goals out in your team.
Lacazette, when he first joined, got a sort of 4 or 5 in the first sort of 10 games. You thought, think about it, this could be a bit of a player here. And then eventually it was, oh yeah, but he does a lot for the team. He works hard, and you want to get if you want to be a real.
To be fair, Jesus does a lot more than Lacazette did.
Oh no, yeah, he's a good player, but his finishing is so bad. Yesterday, he should have had 2 at least.
Well, the thing is,
5 goals this season. It's a bit of a poor return when you got like.
It's coming from the team that's signed Richarlison.
Yeah, listen, I'm not. Listen, I still prefer Jesus over Richarlison. I'm not saying, but I'm saying what has happened to him. He started like a train, banging in goals, and now all of a sudden, lucky for you lot are sharing the goals out. So he's on 5, Martinelli's on 4, Saka's on 4, Xhaka's got I think 2,
3.
No 3, Odegaard's got 3. So you're sharing the goals out. So that's sort of done you a favour. But as your leading player, you're leading your line. He's got to be banging in goals. I think that will be where you might come unstuck if that continues, because it's really hard to keep sharing the goals out at that rate.
This is what I was saying before the season when I said for me, the one we need another striker.
Yeah, Eddie Nketiah is nowhere to be seen.
And Nketiah come on, shit.
Saliba's got 2. Saliba's got 2. So there's a good spread of goals. I'll give you that.
The one we're looking for, the one we need back at the moment to be a goal-scoring midfielder is old Smith Rowe.
We do need Smith Rowe back.
He gets you 5-10 goals a season.
Yeah, but he don't play him, does he?
He's got to be fit first. But him fit, that's Vieira kicked out the team. To be fair,
I'll tell you who is absolutely shit. Is Rashford. He is fucking wank.
Mate.
How many chances does that geezer have in a game? Honestly, because Man United are playing some decent football, bar the City game where they got pumped. Yeah, which City can do that to anyone on a day when they feel like it. And obviously early in the season they were crud. But you think about the chance. I mean, he could have had 5 or 6 goals against us easily.
Yeah, when I was watching that game against you, I said to someone, I've never seen a player play so well and so badly at the same time.
Oh,
yeah, but you know why,
he was getting there and then just miss, fuck it up, miss.
Easy chances that he should be. And then I saw him against Chelsea get a couple. Other teams, I've seen him get so many chances this season. You think, and his finishing is just woeful. I mean, he'll probably still go to the World Cup because Southgate's a knob.
I think statistically, he's the worst player in the league at like whatever.
He's got to be. There's got to be a stat there because
whatever the stat is.
Yeah, because his chance conversion is
he
fucking
did like 5
shit.
against us. Whatever that stat was, I was reading in the article.
Do you know what I mean?
Premier scoring chances or something like that, and it's terrible.
His conversion rate is fucking shit.
Maybe that's what it is. That's
25 shots, 3 goals. Shots on target, 9. Big chances, missed 5. I'd probably say there's more than that. Yeah, because obviously these metrics are quite like.
That was all against you, wasn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? Well, I've seen him with so many chances. You think you could be up there with Haaland, mate?
Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, no, the old Jesus one. Obviously, he's build-up plays quality. He does get the ball.
Well, you work off the ball. You can't fault. But is it a worry?
So it's ridiculous.
Is it a worry?
Yeah, some of the chances he had yesterday, the one I showed you, where the ball flicks up to him, so the volley height, he's 8 yards out. He's got to score that. He has to score.
Yeah.
If you're going to be an elite
player,
it's
possible to be fair, Pete.
Is that why he never played up front for City? Because his finishing is not all that most of the time. He does have times where he finishes chances, but I remember he scored the odd hat-trick here or there for City. But overall, he was always played out on the right, even when Sterling was put up front. I mean, but with City, the way they change, you just don't know. It's fucking. They're just there for the sake of it. Yeah, he's playing there, but in reality, he's fucking there, everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah.
But you got to ask the question: like, is that? Are you not worried about that? Because it's all right sharing the goals out, but you can't guarantee that's going to happen. It stopped last year, didn't it? Where you had Smith Rowe and Saka banging them in, Lacazette banging them in nothing, and then eventually they dried up.
Yeah, there is and one that for me that needs to get more goals is Odegaard. He gets some good chances. He gets some good chances. Yesterday, he had a good chance in the first half where he put it wide. Obviously, he did score. Obviously, clearly had taken it out. But for a player that gets in as many good opportunities as he does, he needs to score some more goals and all. But then that's where I thought Vieira would be all right because he seems to be a bit of a goal scorer. He scored a nice goal on his first game. He was at Brentford, wasn't it? He scored a lovely goal there. He seems to have gone backwards.
The thing is, I think, to be fair, Jesus did play the full match, if I'm not mistaken, on Thursday.
I got taken off like 80 minutes, I think, yeah.
That's a bit bizarre. That's a bit bizarre. What was the point in that?
I don't get it myself.
You had so much leeway in that group.
No,
it's all right winning the group.
To be fair, with now this week, he should drop everyone. Just play whoever. I don't care. Cedric. Yeah. Just drop.
I think to be fair, the reason we went as strong as we did,
that hasn't played because we're now 5 points ahead of them, and our last game in the group is Zurich, who haven't beaten anyone.
Oh, you're through. You're already qualified, didn't you? You've already qualified.
We need to win the group.
Don't be qualified, but we need to win the group because otherwise we've got to play another game. The reason we went as strong as we did last week was, if I'm not mistaken, the 3 games before that, PSV had whacked in 17 goals.
Yeah, no.
So I think
I've not been following it. I'm not going to lie. I've not been following the group.
Out of respect, if a team in 3 games has scored 17 goals, you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
Strong for this one.
I got why he did it, but what then winds me up.
What we got was the complete opposite.
And we did smash them. To be fair, we should have scored a lot more. We only got 1, but then when it gets to the weekend, they played well in the first half. Really, or first 25-30 minutes, they played well. Southampton, we should have scored more than 1. Southampton changed it to 5 at the back, and it started evening out a bit. And then the second half, they looked knackered. That's where they should have gone. Tommy Atsu off. He played 90 minutes both games. Yep. Xhaka off. I'd have taken Saka off. I'd have taken Jesus, or maybe left Jesus on. And then that's when you've got to start using like Cedric.
Yeah.
He was right for us last season. He's just a good, solid player. He hasn't played a minute all season.
Oh, you laugh. Cedric did all right for us at the end of the season last
He's
year.
sitting on the bench. He's sitting on the bench, and he then brings on Tierney at left back and puts Tomiyasu to right back. And you think Tomiyasu was fucked. He couldn't run. Every time he got the ball, he was slowing it down because he was obviously taking his time. He just wanted to get the pass right. Bring Cedric on. He ain't going to be any worse, is he? At least he's going to be fresh.
That's it.
Jack should have gone error for me. And
Odegaard could see those times. They were so tired
in the week and got taken off at 70 minutes. He should have played the full game. For me, his subs were wrong yesterday. He should have freshened it up a lot more. Even bringing on that young Brazilian kid.
Yeah, Marquinhos.
Yeah, I know he's not, but he's one to be unpredictable. They won't know how to play him because they've never come up against him. So just give him a chance, just to keep it fresh.
In all fairness, that game was kind of cooling out for that yesterday as well. To be fair, when the first round of subs went on, he was called to the bench at the same time. And I thought at the same time as Eddie and Kieran were coming on, I thought he'd be coming on. So I was kind of excited for that. But then when he didn't, I was like, well, it is what it is.
To me, the subs were wrong. It's not the first time this season Arteta has been wrong with the subs. Obviously, we can't moan. I think last year we'd been the same team as last year. The way they were playing, they'd have lost that game.
Oh, easily. Easily. I said it on Twitter.
You've got to you can't win every single game. You're not going to win every single game. So you've got to take the points when you can. Just keep the tally ticking over.
This is the thing. Look, we're all sensible people here, right? We all believe that Man City are going to go on and win the league, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So realistically, we're in the mix for the top four, right? Which is what our goal at the beginning of this season was.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, a point where last season we lost, gained this season, that's progress. Right? And to be fair, it's a game that everyone looked at that game and went, yeah, Arsenal are winning that game. But our legs went. Our legs just simply went in the second half. There's no two ways about it. I can sit there and moan about the ref and all that lot, but that.
Oh, we had all that.
The only thing with the ref is, I agree, he was fucking useless.
He was a joke yesterday.
There was no decisions that were, that should have been a penalty, or that shouldn't have been a penalty, or that
game defining.
Yeah, there was no game defining. It was just.
So I'm going to argue a toss there, right? Because to be fair, right, their defender doing wrestling moves with Jesus, and then you had another one literally punching him in the back and trying to headbutt Eddie Nketiah. No, and he gets a yellow card.
Yeah, I think Jesus could have been sent off quite easily. I mean, there were other fouls.
The truth of the matter is he played the game wrong, if I'm honest. But you can't listen, right? Spurs have had that. We've had it. Chelsea, Man United, we've all had the shitty refs on the pitch.
Oh,
right? Yeah. But we should have finished that game in the first half.
I think the only thing that done us a favour was, other than City, everyone else dropped points. So no one's gained, other than maybe Newcastle, but no one's gained any advantage on us. No one's.
You're not in a title race, let's be honest, because City just going to turn up and take it whenever they feel like it.
Anyone with a sensible word on there, Man City win it. Right, let's be fair. Right, but we're in the mix in a minute. So whilst we're in the mix, we'll enjoy it. But are we going to win it? No, come on. You know what I
mean? What I would like to see is actually we get to the World Cup. We're still top of the league. Then when it comes after that in January, what's he going to do? Are they going to? Because I think if we're still top of the league by a point or 2 points, and it gets to January, I think they've got to twist. Fuck it, we'll blow all the next year's budget on players as well.
You got it, though. FFP, come you on the old watch list, didn't you? You're fucking watch list, mate.
Fuck the watch list. We're fucking far too big.
You're on your watch list, mate.
We'll take the fine.
Yeah,
but 25 grand fine. Yeah.
If we're in that position, the amount of times we was in that position with Wenger and they never backed him.
Oh, we've been there ourselves. You think you've got to go for it now, ain't you? Shit, just have a go.
In that position, I would sign one player and another centre back. We need another left-footed centre back. I would sign another defensive midfielder. I would sign another striker, and then just go because we all know that as soon as we start hitting injuries, we're going to be fucked. Because Partey's the only defensive midfielder we've got. Lokonga, he's a good player, but he's very hot and cold.
I think he's still got another year or two before he starts to bloom.
Yeah, he's a, and then Martinelli on the left needs help. He can't play every single game. I know they say he's a monster fitness-wise, but he can't play every single game.
If he gets injured, I think you've got a problem because he's such a good player. He offers such a threat. He's sheer presence. His presence alone puts people on edge because you don't want him running at you because you're in trouble. And he's got that inside run between the fullback and centre half nailed every time.
Down to a T.
It is lethal. It is a dangerous combination. And he's got the pace and the finishing ability to go with it. It's a very underrated player. He is very underrated player.
And we need Zinchenko back as soon as possible.
Yeah, because
what's happened to him? He's got the old Kulusevski injury. You know, it was he's a couple of weeks away, and then a month later, no one's heard from him. And then I heard this week
he's over on the front line, mate. Fucking really shooting.
Yeah, well, yeah. Arteta sort of hinted that he was that he might be even in the squad for Sunday. Squad comes out and he's nowhere to be seen. So whether he's sort of saving him, I don't know. But saving him for what? You need to get the results now. While you're still in front of City, it's one of them, isn't it? You're in like a horse race and you've got this fucking monster horse that.
It's coming. You know it's coming. You just got to try and keep it.
Like an train, yeah.
You just got to keep it. Yeah.
It's coming like a train. You know, as soon as it gets even a nose in front of you, you're never going to catch it again. So you got to
storm in it. It's like a storm. You know it's coming. You see it in the sky. You think
you got to stay out in front of it as long as you can. Just keep going and going and going until you can get it, and then hope that something goes wrong. But you know, as soon as they go a point above us, within 3 weeks, you'll be 9 points ahead.
Oh yeah, because they can string wins together like there's going out of fashion.
Yeah. They always string 12, 15 wins together in a row. They haven't even started.
And that's without what they do in January. I think they finished this window in the summer on a plus, didn't they? Because they didn't spend that much.
Massive.
They sold well.
They sold their kids to Southampton, didn't they?
Yeah, and they sold well as well.
Sterling,
big money, Jesus,
Zinchenko,
Torres went, Zinchenko. Yeah, you gave him a lot of money, which they didn't really spend. They bought Haaland, but for a fraction of what he's worth, was it 60 million?
Well, you say that he's weekly and fucking monthly wages.
Alvarez too, right?
Alvarez, they got him. Yeah, I don't think he was that money though. He went big money.
No, they were about 100 million of youth players.
Yeah, whatever Haaland is paid, he's worth it. Is end story.
No,
if he's on a fucking 700 grand a week, he's banging in goals. Yeah, he's got 17 already. It's just a joke. It's just an absolute joke. He'll have the goal boot before the World Cup.
He's 4 off.
First thing about it, I'll be honest. I was one of those who turned and said, "Can he do it in the Premier League?" Of course he can. I look stupid for saying it, but I don't think he'd be able to do it.
He's making the Premier League look easier than the German league.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking the piss, isn't it? And he ain't going to the World Cup as well, so he'll be fucking
Ivan Drago.
Practicing his finishing, he could become like a man possessed. You wouldn't want to come running with him in the first game back from the World Cup.
Nor's Odegaard. Odegaard's not going to the World Cup either.
Yeah, but he's not Haaland, is he? To be fair,
he's not. He's not. They'll put it back in that thing like fucking the Winter Soldier, that fucking machine just sitting there like that, and then get him out again. And, off he goes, chinning fucking another fucking 4 hat tricks in 4 weeks. Right, before we wrap this up, because I don't even know, and I keep yawning, I'm tired. So predictions for this weekend. So what games we got this week? Let's have a look. We got Champions League game.
We got PSV away, Forest at home.
Do you know the worst thing about it? The one I worry more about is Forest.
Nah, we're good at home.
But they've just got to knack them out, making fucking
at home. Away, they're shit. No, away, they're shit. They're not very good away.
Yeah, all I'd say, what he's got to do is, for me, in the Europa League, just drop everyone.
Yeah,
Maxwell, put Cedric, Holding, whoever, some centre back from the reserves, get him in there. Tierney at left back. Just drop every single player. Let them all have a rest. You can go Lokonga in the middle with Matt Smith, and then go Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, and Ketia, or whoever on the left. And
Oh, you get some proper thought, ain't you?
you got.
For off the cusp, you've got it pretty much nailed down.
If you look at our results, Leeds, they were struggling. PSV, they dominated them really, but they struggled to score. Southampton again, it's just going down and down. I think they just need days off, and then all get back nice and fresh for the Forest game, and then go again.
He agrees with you as well.
Yeah,
Will you knock it on the head?
He talks more sense than all. Giuseppe, what do you reckon? Sporting Lisbon, mate, your favourite team?
Oh, Sporting Lisbon. I just can't tell you how much I dislike Sporting Lisbon as much as I dislike Arsenal. I'm going to say we win that 2-1. And just so everyone knows, Sporting lost to like a tier 3 professional team in the cup in Portugal recently. So
yeah, was that because they rested players? They rest players for this game.
Doesn't matter. We gotta take.
I don't know. I'm just asking you.
Listen, we gotta take that shot at them when we can. Okay.
The game worries me. I'm not going to lie.
They haven't been great though in Portugal. Still, I don't understand.
Yeah, neither have we. I mean, you look at our group. We're top with 7 points. Marseille 6, Sporting 6, and Frankfurt 4. So Frankfurt are probably done. But it's very tight. It's very tight.
So that 2 wins, like they're.
Oh, if Frankfurt don't beat Marseille, they're done. Yeah, they're fucked. Let's be honest, they're not a Champions League team anyway, but it's not a Champions League group, to be fair.
No.
I think if we win that, we're fine. The last game is Marseille away, who were playing Frankfurt. So if we win and they win, then it's just like we can have a dead rubber at the end of this last game to get a draw each, and then happy Christmas. Because we have 10 points, they'll have 9 points. Neither team can be caught.
But is it not right?
Yeah. So actually, yeah. So this is if we both win, it's done. It's just who finishes top out of us two then, because
we're going all in on whatever day we're playing, Tuesday or Wednesday. We're going all
Wednesday, 8 o'clock. We've got to win that game.
We're going.
I don't fancy having to go to Marseille in the last game of the group to have to get a win. You just don't want to do it.
Guendouzi and Sanchez.
Guendouzi was trying his hardest to score last time we were playing. Yeah, every time he had a chance, he was fucking shooting.
You were playing the Marseille B team last time. You only just about beat them.
Oh, tell me about it.
There's a sending off, isn't it? But if you finish second in your group, do you not have to play the Europa League second team?
No, we get a dropout. We play winners from another group, so we'll get the group winners.
Okay,
if we finish second, we win the group, we get the second team.
Yeah, I think it's only the Europa League, isn't it? If you get
a dropout. If you finish second, you get a dropout.
You win the group, you don't play the qualifying round, do you? You go straight into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, because in the
League. Yeah.
Fair dues. But going back to the real question, I reckon 1-0 Sporting.
Oh damn! Come on.
No, the thing you say, come on, man. I see them doing you 1-0. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think just like at Sporting, it'll be late goals.
Edwards will be fucking trying to prove a point again.
Well up for years.
I can't.
It depends how early you can score. I think because I think after 2 losses, your heads will be down, and it depends. If you then go an hour, 70 minutes without scoring, all of a sudden it gets squeaky bum time. Then if you get one in 10 minutes, you'll win 4.
Well, what we saw before is if you stand off them, they will play you. They will play through you. Yeah, and they will beat you because we did it before. We stood off them, but the individual talent some of their players got. Even Edwards were just running through players, so it's all right standing off them, but they just run past them like they're not there. We have to take the game to them. They're not great attacking force, counter-attacking wise. We have to go on the front foot. We have to take the game to them from the gut. Cannot let them get into a rhythm where we sit back. It's an on-the-go because if we lose that game,
whoever scores the first
the whole group is up in the air because you think if Frankfurt win or if we lose that game, Sporting got to go to Frankfurt last game of the season. They fancy that. They think we win that, we'll through.
No, Frankfurt's
So
there.
this-
Frankfurt's coming to Sporting, I think. Sporting already beat them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They'll wherever it is, but they'll fancy it, home or away. They'll fancy it. Yeah, because they go, we just beat Frankfurt, we beat Tottenham, we beat Frankfurt, we're done, we're in.
Sporting
Yeah.
might play for a tie too. They might sit back and try to.
It's
invite
possible,
Frankfurt.
but I think for us, if we win that game, we're guaranteed to go through. So you got to go and win that game. End of. None of this sitting back shit. You got to be on the front foot. As for the weekend, Bournemouth, I just don't know because you think you can't rotate a lot.
Solanke's gone off injured.
Oh, well, shit. Anyway, you can't rotate a lot. Then you think, what is Wednesday going to take out the team? That's the only thing is how much is going to take out of them. I think that's a Sunday game and all. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, you're the
What's
what's that game? You're not the late game.
No,
No
it is a
way
Saturday.
Spurs- no
It's
way
Saturday,
Spurs
3
Bournemouth
o'clock.
are-
Saturday,
I'd
3
say-
o'clock.
There's no way Spurs Bournemouth is the
That's not a
late
fucking
game.
big game, but that's it's not a game you want to be.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
So-
turnaround.
Are you
Wednesday,
going-
Saturday.
Pete, what are you going with? I'm gonna go with 2 wins. I'm gonna regret saying that, but
I think 2 wins. I think you'll beat both of them. You're more than capable of.
I just don't. Do you know? I just don't know.
Home
I
get
just
another
don't
penalty
know.
somewhere, apply for another penalty. You'll be all right.
I just don't know. You think he's got no Kulusevski, with Charleston's injured. His options are he had slim options anyway. They're even more slim now.
Where's
I think-
Mora?
yeah, Moore could get a game. We laugh. He could
Just
get a
listen to what I just said about slim pickings, yeah, and then put more in that bracket, yeah. I think if we have to put in a real shift on Wednesday, I think he's going to have our time turn it around for Saturday, because it's
Quicker turnaround.
it's a
turnaround.
shorter turnaround. It's not the worst game to go and play. Let's be honest, you still should be in Bournemouth. I don't care if you play 120 minutes on Wednesday night. Bournemouth is shit. But the way we're playing at the moment, I think if we lose that game, we'll lose the other one. I think that'll be a hammer blow. Absolute fucking hammer blow. And if we lose to Bournemouth, I think the knives are coming out. And I think
Well,
he could be gone before the World Cup.
I think
you win against Bournemouth personally. I reckon 4-1.
Wow.
I
No,
don't
do you
know.
know what? Bournemouth.
They haven't got a
they've had an
manager yet.
upturn,
They haven't
but
got a manager yet.
The first
They still
goal
got a
They're-
manager, have they?
I reckon Gary
they're
O'Neill's
still
going to
playing
get
the
it full
caretaker,
time.
aren't
He's doing well,
Yeah.
isn't he? He's done some wins, isn't he?
Well, they've
They
only
haven't
had one
lost-
loss
Right.
since they got rid of the other fella.
Yeah, they got tonked by Villa. That was it. But
I'm gonna give my Arsenal prediction too. They're gonna lose to PSV and then win against Forest. Because I think, like Harry's saying, they're gonna rotate that. They're not gonna care if they win or lose that game.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that's
care about PSV. I think
yeah, I'd
if
probably
we
say
can
it's a good shout.
if we can go to PSV and just nick a draw,
Yeah.
just
They're
I
gonna
think if
play-
you
That's top
heavily
of the group.
rotate, if you do heavily rotate against PSV, I think you'll smash Nottingham Forest.
yeah,
that could be
that's-
4 or
that's a
5.
win. That's a win.
I
There's a
think,
way
to
they're
be
crap.
fair, the reason we went, again, like I said earlier, the reason we went as strong against PSV was to give them the
Yeah,
respect that their
I,
results.
I didn't know
thing.
how well they've been doing. I've not been following.
Yeah, no,
the
no.
group.
Listen, to be fair, neither did I until the night.
Mm.
Once they started talking about whacking in 17 goals in 3 games, you see, they're going, now
Yeah,
I understand why
you
we're
got to pay
strong
that
as
a
we
bit
are.
of attention. Yeah,
But
yeah.
to be fair, on the night
it
they
made
were
sense.
shit.
You've got a double header with them, but your home games first. Just play as strong as you can, or a strong team, get the win, and then we're 5 points ahead of them now. As I say, our last game is at home to
Yeah.
the team in the group that have conceded 20 goals and scored 1. So even if now we go to PSV and lose, it doesn't matter because we're not going to lose that last game. So
No.
we will win the group.
I'll make a prediction.
Smart.
If we lose on Wednesday, I think we'll really struggle on Saturday because the team will just be on the floor. Because let's be honest, Champions League's all they got to look forward to this year.
Well,
The
yeah.
way we're playing, yeah, it is, isn't it? And let's be honest, as soon as we get a decent team against that, we're going to get smashed. Yeah, we've had the
Can't
benefit
argue
of we've had the benefit of a Europa League group, and then I think then you got Liverpool. I think we could lose that game quite easily because let's be honest, our home ain't a fortress by any stretch of imagination, as we just found out. And then you think, God knows what could be happening to Leeds by then. They could have a new manager. They could be having a little revival. Yeah, they're such an oddball team, Leeds. I think if we don't get good results in them games, I could see him being gone during the World Cup.
Pete, so you're saying you think
No.
if we lose to Sporting, then Bournemouth
Drop points against Bournemouth.
and Liverpool, that they could fire Conte?
I don't think they'll fire him. I think he's not going to get sacked. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't want him to get sacked. I just want to see some change. Yeah, that's all I want to see is some change. Yeah, if that happens to be with him going, so be it. But I'd rather him be there and change the way he plays. But all the signs and intents purposes, that's not going to happen. But I think if we get lose to the Sporting, because then the group we're in, we're still Sporting and then have 9 points. Yeah, so then they'll be ahead of us in the group. You fancy Marseille to beat Frankfurt anyway, then they'll qualify. So then we got to try and beat Marseille in the last game of the season, then probably hoping for a result elsewhere, which is not where you want to be. I think if we lose that, I think we'll drop points against Bournemouth because the players just be on the floor. We're already playing crap as it is. Confidence is very low. Then you got Liverpool, which is a game you don't want, because they're due to turn their fortunes around any day now. Let's be honest. Yeah, it's coming.
I thought against City was their turning point. To be fair, I watched them against Forest, and
but they get up for the good big games. Yeah. But it's not so much about them, but how good they are. It's about how poor we are. I think if we lose that game, and then you got Leeds, which could be, who knows, the confidence could be that low. I think it could be. He might think, you know what? Oh, fuck it, I'm going now. Yeah, it's 2 weeks off the World Cup. I'm going to go because let's be honest, he's not going to get a whole squad full of players to change. It's not going to happen. Yeah, he's not going to change his way. Yeah, he's going to stick by his principles.
And there's no way Levy's changing his way.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So no one's going to bend. So
I would also say in January, what are they going to do? Because
fuck all.
If he hasn't, I agree. I don't think much would be done. I don't think much would be done. But if he hasn't signed a contract or sort of said he's going to sign a contract, or is behind the scenes is all being drawn up, then why would you give him money?
Exactly.
No point.
The whole point. That's the whole point of having director of football there, because he buys the players regardless of the manager. And to be honest, I get rid of that prick and all, because I think he's been fucking disaster. Yeah, he's clung on 2 signings, or 3 really, but they signed a lot of shit. So he's been no good. Look how out of balance our squad is. You can't tell me he's competent, leaving the squad that much out of balance. Yeah, where all the bench is always ran with defensive midfielders and centre halves, which none of them are really top drawer either, I might add. So that he can fuck off, which I think he will anyway. But we're not going to go big in January because we never do. Yeah, that's always the thing. We now have to get to January and see what we do. January comes along, then you hear it's really hard to do deals in January. No one wants to sell, blah, 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 all that sort of crap.
Yeah,
other teams manage to buy players and do what they need to do. But we always have these excuses by the owners and the fans ready made. Yeah. I said, but I think he could be gone before then. If the results take a downturn like they could well do, I think he'll think, fuck this.
Well, to be fair, last January, you could say that window, that was the only reason we finished in the top 4 because we brought.
Yeah, but that was the last day. Last day, he's like he had them irons in the fire. He fucked around for the whole time for Adama Traore, and what a waste of time that was, and all the other shit we were linked with.
Bless him, to be fair.
But then he pulled. Well, not really, because we wanted him at right wing back. We still got Emerson Royal, and then I'd rather Traore than him any day of the week. And then he pulled their irons out of the fire. But since then, he sort of lived off them really, because his signings have been crap.
In January last year, he saved the season basically with those.
Yeah, but it's stuff he already knew. Where's where's the players from other like if it ain't Italian league, he don't know.
To be fair, though, Giuseppe, Arsenal also helped with that with not buying cover as well.
Arsenal bottling it saved the season. Now, I get what you're saying, Giuseppe. He's got a valid argument, but them falling apart was the main reason. Let's be honest, because we were out of sight. Yeah, but he lived off that, and you think, okay, you've done that. That's good. Let's see what you do in the summer. Nothing. Yeah, he leaves the squad out of balance. He can't flog a player for toffee. Yeah, which I sort of semi-understand because there's no money in Europe. And then he's buying his shit. We've bought that. Destiny looks like a good player, but we need him now, not next year.
Some say he's the best fullback we have, and he doesn't.
Perisic has been a disappointment. All right, that might have not been foreseen, but you're signing someone who's 33.
No, to be fair, you could foresee that every day of the week.
It's not exactly a nailed on. He's going to rip it up. Richarlison, I don't think, has been all that. He's like plenty of industry, but not real quality, which is what we said at the time when we were buying him. For the money we're paying for him, we're not buying top quality. We're just buying someone who headless chicken, basically. And the chickens come home to roost on that as well. So I think it could, as I said weeks ago, when it happens, it will happen very quickly. It always does with him. It just goes like house of cards, and then it's all fucked. Where we go from then, God knows. All the Poch boys will be out. Let's get Poch back, and he ain't doing the job.
Might be a bit too late. He's
now
up the Villa, no?
Henry's gone there. Henry's gone there. Good evening.
Good evening.
Has he gone there, is he?
Yeah. Good evening.
He's guaranteed to take 3 points off us, that prick.
Yeah.
He fucking beats us every time. Good evening.
It will be Poch because that's Levy will just be like, well, I've got out of fan base of doing a nut. Let's give them Poch because all the Red Bulls will be like, all crying. Yeah, of course they will. Ones like us will be like, we see through that shit, but fans
get the band back together when Ali's in Turkey.
Yeah. It's gonna be different this time, okay? Because 12 of the players are still there that got him sacked. That was gonna be a mustard. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But the Poch fanboys will still have their PSG jerseys that they were wearing and saying.
Yeah. He's gonna buy all these players from PSG. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Mbappe loved working with him.
To be honest, Villa would have been good. Villa would have been good for him, I think, because that's his sort of club. Young players. Very good players there. Just need to be reorganised and put them in a certain way. I think.
I don't see where else he goes. I don't think he's going to get another.
He doesn't go to a big club. He's not suited to big players. He's never have been.
Go somewhere and then does well again. He's got to build himself up again. Really.
He's not that sort of manager. He doesn't like big name players. That's why we never signed him at Spurs. Part of the reason was him, because he likes.
He'd be good at like a Newcastle.
He likes players to
rise up.
Work hard, and do his way, and then he's able to like sort of mold young players to listen to him. But when they're older and you got Neymar and Mbappe on £4 million a week, they're like, fuck off! I ain't running back. You can't do one. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, we run this club, not you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you see Sister Act 2 when she turns up, tries to get the kids to do whatever she wants. They're like, fuck off. Yeah, we run the class, not you. It's the same thing there. They do whatever they like, and you're seeing it now, and it'd be no different. But yeah, where we went from, if he goes, where we go, because Potter's gone, that ship sailed. I just don't know. That's probably the saving grace a bit as well. Who?
Tuchel?
No, too negative. We can't go down that same route again.
Positive at the moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've gone Mourinho, Nuno, and Conte. And bear in mind, there was after Mourinho, there was all that statement, we're going to get someone to play attacking football and blah, 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 the Tottenham way and all this crap. Yeah, to have Nuno after 8 weeks of looking. Yeah. I don't know where he goes. I honestly don't know where we go from there. But that's an indictment to the board for poor recruitment on players and managers, because you keep getting managers in, but don't supply them with the players to play their way of football. So you can't keep doing it. But the board... What's happening to them? Nothing. All this fans saying you got to back Conte over the board. That's great. That sounds great. But what does it achieve? Nothing. Because the end of the day, if there's a power play, there's only one win. There's only one winner, and it ain't going to be Conte. Yeah, Levy and the Enoch are going
their bank accounts are
nowhere. They're going nowhere. They're absolutely going nowhere.
Well, why would
you just signed the Joshua? You just signed the.
The whole Google thing come in, which will mean nothing really in the grand scheme of things, but it's all part of their selling plan. But it's all like saying back Conte over Levy, but what does that look like? That's just an emotional statement. At the end of the day, Levy runs the club. He calls all the shots. He signs the checks. There's only one God at Spurs, and it ain't Conte, regardless of what people think. There's only one winner in that power play, as always been. If he ain't going to change for Mourinho, he ain't changing for Conte. We've seen it already. He had the chance this window to really change his ways. Not done it. Yeah, we just went backwards. So I don't know where we go. It can get really messy again because you think, all right, you've done Conte. Where are you going next? What sort of manager are you going for now? You've done the project manager, fucked him over. You've done the serial winner, fucked him over. Got a Lemon in, screwed him up. Then got Conte back in, who's sort of current serial winner sort of thing. Fucked him up. Where's next? The only
That's the
way
thing,
back.
isn't it? It starts becoming a bit of a poison chalice.
Yeah, it will be. It already is. That's why a lot of people don't work with him. He's got two choices for where I'm sitting. It would be Poch back, which I don't really want. The only other option is you go and pluck Brendan Rodgers, who's sort of waiting, ready to go. I think I think his bags are packed. They just need another shit result, and then it all starts again.
Yeah.
I don't really rate him.
I know you don't. But the football, he plays decent football. He does adapt to what he's got. There's not really any. Who?
Get Maddison in.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? Conte don't want these sort of players, we're told. Didn't want Maddison. Didn't want everyone.
Listen, that's all Levy. I ain't spending 35 million on Maddison.
70 million and the rest. But I'll spend 60 million on Richarlison. Yeah, that's a good idea. But that's all I was told. No, Conte don't play with these players. He don't want these sort of players. Okay. Yeah, so if that sort of player's offered to you and you turn it down, then you're just a prick, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because you just have him in your squad. You just have him in your squad. Even if you ain't going to use him, you don't turn down. No self-respecting good manager turns down players of that quality offered. You just go, right.
I ain't anywhere near the likes of fucking Conte, like manager-wise, but that motherfucker's in my FIFA squad.
All day long.
I've got Madison. I've got Madison in my FIFA squad. Fucking geezer's phenomenal.
Right, I think on that note, we'll call it a night.
Showstopper.
Yeah.
The Maddison fanboy, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a decent player.
Next week probably it won't be Monday or Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure. So it depends on the fixtures and all. I was going to do last Wednesday. We were going to do, then Spurs play Man United. So I was the end of that one. Do you know what I mean?
Wednesday. We can get the fallout of you going out to the Champions League and.
Oh no, Wednesday's 8:00 this Wednesday, isn't it? It's Spurs.
Yeah, so you'll be Tuesday next week.
I'm at college, aren't I?
No, like Tottenham will be playing Tuesday.
No, we're playing Wednesday.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, next week after you'll be a Tuesday, wouldn't you?
It should be, yeah. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, first. Yeah, so you'd be the Tuesday, so we can get the go to Wednesday.
We get the Wednesday one in there.
Get some more tears. We get the tissues. Bring the tissues with you.
Oh mate, you can't do that to him.
I'll take it, mate. But the only thing it doesn't hurt because I've already called it. That's the only thing. It's when you don't expect it and then it hurts.
Acceptance is key.
When you know something's coming and it just you like. Now I just laugh. I don't just laugh. When I was laughing on Sunday, I was just like, "This is pathetic."
To be fair, we've been doing that for quite a few years.
Yeah, well, we've been doing that for you for the last few years, mate. Like, look at these.
Well, you got to have a little bit of a laugh, innit?
Normally, your expense like last season, but we are where we are.
Isn't that the truth?
We shall see.
So, what we're saying, Wednesday the 2nd?
Yeah, if that's what he's saying, that we're playing on the Tuesday, then that's worked good for me.
Wednesday the 2nd, and we'll have 3 games. You'll be hoping for 3 wins. I don't think you will get 3 wins. And
who knows? So who knows what can happen in between shows? We've had new governments, new fucking kings and queens. We've had new fucking. I think we've had 2 prime ministers since the last show. Is fucking all shit happens. You know what I mean?
3, isn't it? 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, you'd have another one by then. You never know. Yeah. Fucking hell.
All
right, chaps.
All right, take it easy.
Good evening. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.